Okay, this is a correction. Everything on this final example in this video is actually incorrect. So here is the correct way of working what would have been the final example. So after you watch this inserted video, you can stop your video because this is the correct version, and what comes after this video is actually worked incorrectly. So stay with me here. All right, so this is our final example. If we have two tangents intersecting outside of the circle, what interestingly gets created here is the two arcs, big arc and small arc. Actually, when you put them together, you get the full 360 degrees for the entire circle. So they only gave us the information for what the angle that's created on the outside by the two tangents. So we're trying to solve for M, which is the small arc. So we have this relationship where they intersect outside, and we're going to do half of the big arc minus the small arc. But we're going to have to use this idea of 360 to help us. So first things first, I'm making sure that you guys understand that arc IXJ, which would be our big arc, is 360 minus that M we're solving for. Because if you knew what M was, say it was 80, you would do 360 minus 80 to figure out what the big arc is. So we're going to use that M here to help us solve for it. All right, so the way that this would set up, if I just start inputting the information, 84, which is the measure of angle A, is equal to half of big arc, 360 minus M, minus the small arc, which is M. Okay? And now it's just really a lot of algebra to just try to organize here. So just a little bit of simplifying to clean it up. And I get 360 minus 2M as I combine like terms. Now, I personally don't like dealing with fractions, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 in order to get rid of those fractions here. So the 1/2 and the 2 cancel right there. So 1/2 times 2 is 1, so I'll just distribute a 1, and I end up with 360 minus 2M over there on the right side. And then 2 times 84 is 168. All right, just going to subtract 360 from both sides. And I end up with negative 192 is equal to negative 2M. And then just to get M by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. And M is going to be, I believe, I have to do that. I don't want to mess it up on the video. 192 divided by 2 is 96. So we just figured out that this arc is 96 degrees. Now, if they wanted us to figure out what the big arc was, we would just subtract 96 from 360. But that's a way that we could also do this if the both arcs make the entire circle.